What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about five ways the narcs test you. Okay, I know I've went over a couple of them in my past videos. I'll probably link one of those videos up here, I think. Yeah, so I'll link that video so you guys can watch that if you haven't. But I want to talk about 5 ways narcs test you. One of them is with their little jokes. Their little jokey jokes that are anything but funny. And of course, if you get offended with their jokes, you are so sensitive. They're gonna tell you you're so sensitive. You take everything so personal. That was meant to be funny. And it wasn't meant to be funny. It was actually meant to be evil and to be mean. Okay, I understand that everybody jokes. We all joke, okay? But if people constantly make non-funny jokes, hurtful jokes, they're not trying to be funny, okay? They're trying to be hurtful. So understand that. And even if they're trying to be funny, if it hurts you, if it hurts your feelings, if it's bothersome to you, if it's cruel, then speak up for yourself and let them know, hey, don't play with me like that. I don't like it. Stop. And if they don't stop, don't deal with those people, okay? It's very simple. This is a way that they test your limits to see how much of their jokes you're going to take and how you handle it, okay? So that's one of the many ways. Another way is they're excessively minimizing and they criticize you a lot, okay? Whether it's the way that you talk, whether it's, your friends, I don't like your friends, they're low class, I don't like the way you're doing your hair, you're putting on weight. Excessive criticism. They'll try to minimize you to make you feel, like your job sucks, you could do better, you could find a better job, or maybe you can't find a better job because you're not as highly educated as they are, because they are the professionals and they're better than you, okay? I've heard it all. I've heard it all from narcs, okay? So that's another way for them to test you, to see how much of that abuse you're going to take. Another way is that they try to tell you what to do. They try to run you. Of course, it's going to start off, little by little, until if you don't put a stop to it, they're going to continue to tell you, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. Do this for me. They may start saying, can you please? And then the please, you're going to stop hearing please, and it's going to be more and more, it's going to be less nice. They're going to say it in a less nicer way. Let's put it that way. They're going to boss you around eventually if you let them. Because these things, they will only continue if you let them. Ultimately, you have the power to tell them, absolutely not, I'm not doing that for you. Go do it yourself, okay? Because we know narcs are lazy. We know that narcs, at the very core of who they are, they're lazy people. But that's on another video that I'm going to talk about, okay? Which is Facts About Narcs Part 2 that I'm going to do. So another way that they test you is by ignoring you. Oh, yeah, they love doing that. Oh, my God, narcs love to ignore you. Whether it's via text, via email, face-to-face. You can be talking to them about something very important to you. The more important it is, the more excited you are to tell them this big news or whatever it is that you're excited about, you're happy about. Honey, the more likely they're going to ignore you. If you're in the car with them and you're talking about something that really excites you, they're going to pretend to be looking away at a new store, a new building. Oh, look at this building. Just to leave you with your words in your mouth, like what you're saying doesn't matter, they don't care, they don't want to hear it, that's something they love to do. They ghost you to make you feel ignored. They have better things to do than talk to you, than be around you, honey. They ghost you to see how many days is going to take you before you completely lose it. How many days is going to take you before you text them, before you leave 20 messages, voicemails? They do it all, honey. They love to ignore a person, make you feel left out. If they're planning something, I'm gonna go by myself. I don't wanna go with you. I'm gonna go by myself, okay? They love making you feel left out. All of these things, they'll do little by little to see how much are you going to tolerate? How much are you going to take? What are your reactions like? The more you react to it, the more they love it. The more that they love it, they love that angry energy, those reactions. That's why I don't deal with people that play these little games. Too old for that. And lastly, but certainly not least of them all, is the fact that once they get very comfortable with you, they will flirt with others. Whether they're flirting with just looks or words or even actions to get the maximum reaction out of you. To get that fuel, honey, that they love, those big reactions. The bigger your reaction, the more fuel they get. And this is why you need to starve the narcs and the highly toxic people. And observe these behaviors. And the more habitual that these behaviors are, the more you know you need to get away with these people. And sometimes they don't need a reason. You don't need to sit with them and you hurt me and you did this. And, question it. The older I get, the more that I understand what toxic behavior is. I'm going to link one of my videos that I did about, toxic behaviors or toxic relationships too. You can go ahead and watch that if you want to. But like I was saying, the older you get, the more that you realize this is toxic as hell. I'm not going to play these games. And, when you are determined to keep people like this in your life, people that play these games, that like to get you angry, that like to make you feel inadequate, that like to minimize you, that like to criticize you, that like to do all of these things, the lesser of you become, the less happy you are with yourself, the more that you're going to start looking down on yourself, the more depressed you're going to be, the more stressed, and you're going to get eventually sick, like I did. If anyone knows about this, it's me, because I've dealt with narc family members, narcissistic friends, narcissistic exes. I've been through it all. And with family members, I hung in there, honey. I hung in there because I wanted to keep the family united, That's your family. People love to tell you, that's your family. You guys have to make up. You guys, and I, for a very long time, believe that they are family and I need to, take the abuse in the name of love, and eventually they're going to change if I keep telling them that this is hurting me. It gets old after a while. And you can get sick like I did. You can get sick like I did. I don't really post when I'm sick, but I know I have a video that I uploaded recently when I was sick. And when I'm sick, I can't do much of anything. I have an illness. I have a chronic illness, but days like today where I can sit down and I can smile and, I can have a decent day, a productive day for the most part, okay? Because my energy will never be what it used to be before I got sick, okay? So yes, I don't want to make it about me. You don't want to be around these people that could potentially make you sick. You don't want to do that to yourself and those around you who you love, like your children and the good people in your life, okay? So that's really why I do these videos, and I will never stop uploading and doing videos like this, because I wished I would have had people tell me years ago that I needed to remove myself from toxic individuals or else it was going to me. Had I known that I was going to end up being chronically ill because of trying to keep toxic relationships, I would have cut those relationships out many, many years ago. But hey, there's a reason for everything, okay? And I think that has been my major motivator to get on YouTube, to do these videos, and to try to help those people who are still trying to fight for these type of relationships. People that do these things, they're not worth fighting for, because all they're going to do is make you unhappy, miserable, and potentially sick. And it can potentially kill you as well, okay? So I'm not exaggerating at all. These toxic relationships, especially with narcs, narcissistic family members, narcissistic friends, narcissistic significant others, can kill you, literally, Okay, so take care of yourselves, and I hope this video was helpful for whoever needed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.